it's not nearly as easy to answer, could you explain what the difference is between the words high and tall, as it might at first seem? In fact, it's quite a tall order. Let's first have a look at some words and expressions that use the words high and tall. The following are words that use high in English: high altar, highball, highbrow, high chair, high church, high court, high explosive, high five, high flyer, high ground, high-handed, hijinks, highland, highmost, high-minded, high priest, high-ranking, high-reaching, high roller, high school, high speed, high street, high water, highway. We can speak in a high voice. We can be highly strung, though we may be living the high life, or we wish to high heaven that we were. If I'm ill, I can have a high fever. Human beings are one of the higher apes, which is why we like to pay high prices for things we don't really need, while the lower apes are content with a banana or two at high noon. The following are words that use tall in English: tall boy, tall order, tall ship, tall story. We can walk tall through tall grass. So you can see that high is certainly more commonly used than tall in English. Tall is used to talk about people's stature. A tall person is high of stature, according to the Oxford English Dictionary. Notice the use of the word high to describe the adjective tall. There's an expression in English, tall, dark and handsome, which is used to talk of a type of attractive man. The OED also says that we can use tall to refer to things which are high and lofty, and especially those which are high in proportion to their width. We have the tall ships race, and the tallest summit in a range of mountains. So the OED uses high to define tall, but does not use tall to define high. This, and the fact that the entry for high in the OED runs to 29 pages, while the entry for tall runs to 6, suggests to me that high is the more important of the two words. Anyone who professes to know the rules of usage for the words high and tall is telling a tall story. I'll walk with my head held high, even if I can't adequately formulate such a rule. At least I won't be with a high jump for not being able to find a rule. However, there is one rule that I would certainly urge you to follow. That is never to use high to refer to a person. You can use high or tall to refer to most things, but not to people. High nowadays has a new meaning, that of being under the influence of drugs. That man's tall means he is of greater than average height. That man's high means he's off his head from the effects of some illegal substance. When I was a policeman, I arrested a man for possession of heroin. He was sitting on the top of a hill, and when he saw me coming towards him, he injected the syringe into the ground, the syringe of heroin. I later asked him in interview, "Why did you inject the heroin into the hill? Wasn't it high enough already?" When this question was read out in the High Court, even the old judge was forced to smile.